First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Squirrel! Tight left. Hey, 4 down. Quarter.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Watch the run. Big. Mike, 53. All right, let's go. Watch black. Watch that. Watch the slack.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now being hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, check. Back out of that Philly. Here we go. Gun.
Watch 98. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Carry for Carlos Hyde. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. We own them. We own them.
Mayfield now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Carlos Hyde, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First carry for James Conner. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Snickers. Snickers. Easy.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
8. Quarter.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Room to run past midfield. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And an alley to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Snickers, 66.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
First down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Alert! Alert! 3 down!
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gone! 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 Gone!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Double bump.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Counter. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. First down, a run with Hyde. And a short gain here down to the 22. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Second down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Gone! 3rd and long for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 is Mike. Let's pick it up.
Here's Hyde, 3rd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Carlos Hyde with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Right back to him on 1st down. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go. Baby. Mike, number 53.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Snickers, you got to spin. You got Double bump. Flag, flag.
Here's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along.
We got it. Squirrel. Mike Snickers, 66. Yes.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. Give him 30 yards there. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. They may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, check. You good, he coming across? Motion.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Two times. Hey, boys, you got 4.
They'll try to run it. This is counter. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
All right, let's go.
They run with Connor, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Touchdown, Cleveland, as his guys are in for 6, and the Browns add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Yeah, baby, boom!
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Big. Hey, Jack 16. Jack 16.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Roethlisberger now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
8.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end McDonald. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Roethlisberger coming up with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey! Whirl! Hey, double bump. Like I said. Right inside.
Then to throw again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Boswell's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield looking right side, and he's got him in. That's Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Snickers, you got to spin. Swirl.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Stings.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Big. Got three down. Black, it's on.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half. but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
We got 3. We got
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw, Mayfield. Quick hitch, complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Let's go. Squirrel!
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
AB! AB! Hey!
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here, the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Snickers. Everyone's got four down. Big. 8. Here we go, T. Here I come. Baby.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Snickers.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tight is right.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
8.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And down inside the 15 he goes. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Let's go.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
8. 4 down. Swirl. Snickers. Double bump.
Roethlisberger will throw. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell good with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second down, Mayfield. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey.
Here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
3 down.
Handoff comes to Hyde. And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. A 10th carry for Hyde. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll give to Hyde. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
3 down. Motion.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield, screenplay, Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
You got 4.
Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a two-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
All right, now, lucky
Despite
56.
the lead here in the
56.
fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's in line. Detroit! Detroit! They can't hang with us.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's got it at the 15. A big gain of 31 on third down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now high, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start the drive with Hyde. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Three down. 198. Watch 98.
Again, it's Hyde. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Browns on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Time for a break. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Cleveland. We're back to finish this one off after this. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Jack 16. Quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Snickers, 66. Jack 16. Snickers.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Let's go.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Squirrel! Double bump. Quarter. 53. 8.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
8. He's going. Snickers, you got to spin. Got to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Chinese on the Ringo. Chinese on the Ringo.
Snickers. Snickers. Squirrel.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Browns, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.